What's up, guys? On today's episode, we have two amazing guests, both incredible people in their own respects. We have Sebastion Mizzi with Signature Communities. He's a developer. And we have Mark Wadden, CEO and co-founder of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Toronto. Like I said, both really reputable people, but we merged them together because we figured, why not have two high-level guys speak on the current state of Toronto's real estate market, the pre-construction market. We highlight a really incredible and exciting project that they're doing in Fort Erie, so you hear all about that. And just have some really good real estate chats that you guys are going to enjoy. So hope you guys enjoy this one with Mark Wadden and Sebastion Mizzi. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Price to Sell podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli. And today, we got another amazing and special episode for you guys. But first, big shout out to you guys. Thank you for all the support. Please, bless you to Dean in the background. Please don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. Do all the duties. Subscribe. Share with your friends, your cat, your grandmother. But today, we have two incredible gentlemen. We're going to share some amazing value with you guys. We have Sebastion Mizzi with Signature Communities. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And Mark Wadden, CEO and co-founder of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Toronto.
Thank you.
Pretty heavy lineup.
It's a long one, yeah, I know.
I'm saying, like, this lineup today, pretty heavy. We're good. Like, it's pretty stacked.
Oh, they're talking about the length of the name of my company.
That too.
I thought he was talking about our weight.
No, definitely not.
It's heavier on this end.
But thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
Our
Thanks for having
pleasure.
us.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll get into a quick little background on both of you, and then we'll dive into a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. So we'll start with you, Sebastion.
Perfect. So, Sebastion Mizzi, Signature Communities. We started in 2006, building, developing land all over the GTA. As north is Huntsville, as east is Belleville, and as south is Florida. So we do everything
Nice.
from low-rise, high-rise, mid-rise, stacked. We're kind of all over the place.
That's awesome. Florida too. We can chat about that. And Mark?
Mark Wadden, as you said, co-founder and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ontario, which is actually 3 companies. So it's Berkshire Hathaway Home Services West Realty, Toronto Realty, and Advisory Realty. Advisory Realty being the reason why I'm sitting here with Sebastion today, which is our company that focuses solely on pre-construction sales, marketing sales. So we like to get involved with developers right at the beginning when they're looking at a potential site, consulting with them as they build their pro forma and build their revenue model, and taking it through to sales and marketing.
It's amazing. So how did you guys? So what's your relationship then? You guys are obviously you're working inside sales.
So actually, my business partner on this, besides Blair and I myself, is Jeff Clark, who has been in pre-construction on the pre-construction side for 15 years, which is why Blair and I partnered with him on Advisory Realty. So we partnered with Jeff July of 2021 to launch Advisory Realty. Sebastion being our first client, an old client of Jeff's from a previous life. So the relationship started with Jeff and Sebastion, and now Blair and myself have the same relationship with Sebastion and working with him moving forward. Have quite a pipeline with Sebastion and his company, Signature Communities, for the next 5-6 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mark and I did meet through his business partner. And his business partner, Jeff, and I have been working together for 10 years. Very like-minded in the way that we operate, so customer focus first, and then everything else falls behind. And Mark and I and his partner, Blair, hit it off the same way. They have the same values, core values that we have in our group, and the partnership just keeps flourishing.
Yeah. Blair's an awesome guy. Even like when I met Mark,
He's a smart one.
he's
I'm
pretty
just
smart.
a good-looking one, but he's a smart one.
I need that dynamic, right? But that's awesome. So you guys are, and let's just jump right into highlighting one of the main projects you're working on right now, and that's the DiscovErie, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's our focus.
Yes.
It's our focus.
So let's talk about that for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So DiscovErie is a project we have in Fort Erie. Just a few little facts about it. It's a 12-story building, 230 units, with views of Lake Erie, the Peace Bridge, Niagara River. We joke internally, we say 100% of 70% of our units have water view. So, we're very fortunate in the way that the building's positioned.
Yeah.
That most of the units have direct access and direct views to Lake Erie and downtown Buffalo, which is great. DiscovErie came from, truthfully, from a discussion that I had with some of our internal colleagues. And every time I would go to the site, I'd discover a different part of Fort Erie. So I would drive a different way just to get to know the area and kind of figure things out and explore. And I would come back and I'd say, oh, you know what? I discovered a new restaurant, or I discovered this new shop, or did you see that trail that was down there? So every time I would come back, it would be like, okay, you know what? You're discovering a new portion of this area. And the name came from that. So it's Discover Irie. So it's Discovery, but we put Irie in the end, and that's the marketing geniuses behind it that come up with that kind of stuff, which really is what it is.
Clever.
It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Okay. Well, you could take it.
Straight to credit.
It's okay. Just take it.
All right, I'll take it. It was
Take
me.
the credit. You discovered a lot.
There we go.
So let's talk. So what are some highlights about Fort Erie area? I mean, the renderings are awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
The pictures that have been shared, like the Mark.
Have you been to the sales center yet?
No.
Yeah, you really have to get out there and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot I have to do, but just from what I've seen and the site and location, it seems amazing. And yeah, you can see that it's cool to have, like, everyone wants that water view. So to have like a lot of your units having the capability of doing that, it's really cool.
I don't think Sebastion mentioned it, but that water view is protected. There's a protected park between the water and the building, so it's those views are there.
Unobstructed.
Yeah.
Unobstructed.
That's always money.
Yeah, and what we did with the design as well, we gave the balconies a little bit more attention. So they're a little larger than what you see in the GTA.
Yeah.
So here, you see a 50, 60 square foot balcony, sometimes smaller.
Yeah.
Our minimum size is 110 square feet. So we're really trying to promote that outdoor activity space and really trying to get people outside of their four walls and enjoy what every aspect of this condo has to offer.
Yeah, well, it's important because I've lived in condo for years now, and my most exciting thing, especially in our climate where we only have solid weather for 3 months, I'm out there and I've decked out my terrace. It's not even really a terrace, but it's enough room to throw a couch and maybe some turf and market lights. And now I can't get out; like, I'm always out there, and it just adds like a whole other element because living in the four walls, if you don't have that, or if you have a small balcony, you're not really like encouraged to go out. It doesn't really excite you.
I think it's more important than ever now.
Yeah,
right?
100% it is.
Since COVID,
Yeah, for sure.
we really appreciate our outdoor space.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's amazing. So and let's speak to the area a little bit.
Sure.
And why people may want to invest in Fort Erie.
So ultimately, the area is something to discover. We talk about this part of Ontario not getting the focus that other parts of Ontario have gotten over the last 10, 15 years in the real estate market. But we really believe this is Ontario's South Shore. So within minutes, you're in downtown Buffalo. Within minutes, you're at Crystal Beach, which was one of the top 50 beaches rated in North America.
It's a stunning beach. Yeah.
It's just an incredible spot. You have all the golf, all the restaurants, all the entertainment that comes with Niagara Falls, the wineries. Like, there is something to explore every minute of the day.
Yeah.
Some people like to go north. Now, we have a project that Mark sold for us in just outside of Huntsville, and cottage country is beautiful, but it's not for everybody. One of the things that we started to really realize quickly is some people don't want to go 2 hours and deal with the house or another house.
The maintenance.
Deal with the maintenance of it, deal with the backyard and all the other stuff that comes with it. Some people like to go south, and a lot of people go to Toronto. But this is now an affordable spot where you can go and kind of have your second home away from the big city and be in an area where you can be across the border in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Fly out of the Niagara Airport, which is something people like to do. Golf, restaurants, entertainment, like we said, it's endless.
Yeah.
It really is something that hasn't been explored properly over the last little bit in our region, for sure.
And I know, Matt, that you have an interest in the Airbnb side of this. So this building actually does allow, within the condo declaration, to have short-term rentals.
Nice.
The city, the municipality itself, I think grants, correct me if I'm wrong, Sebastion, 70 new, am I right in saying
250.
250, sorry. 250 new licenses per year.
Okay.
And there's actually, from an investor standpoint, there's actually a need for it from a medical tourism. There's a lot of medical tourism, Canadians going across the border, not to mention there's quite a few Canadians that are working down the States in healthcare. across the border that want to live close to the border.
Hello there, my fellow real estate enthusiasts. Today's episode is brought to you by the one and only Warrior Law, the law firm that's the best in the biz when it comes to closing deals. These guys are not your grandmother's law firm. They complete same-day status certificates and purchase agreement reviews so you can put in your offers without a care in the world. Plus, they're digital, so you can have virtual closings across Ontario. Talk about fancy. And get this, they're available 7 days a week. That's right, no rest for the wicked. They even speak over 8 languages, so there's no excuse for any lost in translation drama. Warrior Law works hand in hand with real estate agents and mortgage brokers, so you know they're the real deal. They'll make sure your transactions are smooth and work around the schedule to get those closing docs when you need them. So, if you're looking for a law firm that's not only exceptional, but also makes closing deals look like a piece of cake, Warrior Law is your go-to. Check out the description in the episode to learn more. Yeah, and that could be like a target market people
For
can
sure.
look forward to.
Yeah, we've been in talks with our Berkshire Hathaway Home Services affiliate on the other side of the border who
Nice.
do deal with a lot of Canadians coming across looking for exactly this. So this way they can actually maintain their ownership in Canada.
Amazing. And when you guys anticipated to launch this?
We're going to be launching in August.
August.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be there, right?
I will be there.
Good.
Yeah. We'll post. Well, I mean, we can, whatever we can share, we'll just let people know. But August, stay tuned, my friends. Discover Irie.
There you go.
Irie.
And I'd love to get into a little bit about the market and the climate right now too, especially from both your standpoints. And
Does anybody really know?
no one really knows, but I mean, we're hearing, there's obviously a gap with pre-con. Obviously, resale has corrected, right? And obviously, costs to build have remained super expensive. So these pre-con prices have obviously remained pretty on the higher end as well, right? So you hear people saying like, oh, things are selling for $1,600 a square foot. In 5 years, are they still going to be that? With the current situation of everything, people are confused and whatnot. It might cause some fear. So like, what are your opinions on where, let's say, the pre-con market's going, prices are going? Are people going to make money? What are your thoughts?
Let me go.
You want to hit that one first?
Well, I'm going to sound cheesy here for a second and quote our chairman and CEO, Warren Buffett, but, when people are weary, be greedy. When people are greedy, be weary.
Yeah.
Right? We all know here that no matter what's happening in the market right now and the effects of the interest rate hikes that have happened, that there's huge demand, especially here in the GTA.
Big time.
Right?
Yep.
There's massive amount of demand. That demand has not gone anywhere, but people are just hesitating right now based on the interest rates and seeing where everything's going to play out. I think that with that, there's a ton of opportunities that you just have to keep an eye out for, and some of Sebastian's projects are some of those opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll jump in just quickly there. So one of the things that I talk about in our office all the time is I actually believe this is the best time to buy. Mm-hmm. And I also agree with you that pricing is probably not going to adjust the way people think it is because of things like construction costs going up year after year, labor rates with the union rates going up. They're standard things that happen every May 1st. There's an increase. But there are incentives that builders are giving today, and not really, we talk about monetary incentives. Those are one thing, but we're talking about incentives in terms of deposit structure, in terms of pushing out a project that's not going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen in 3 years. It's the best time to buy now. Like 2-3 years ago, a builder was asking for 10% in 60 days. Mm-hmm. Now they're asking for 10% over 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really made it attractive for people to jump in. Now I also understand the side where everybody's worried about what the rates are doing, but if we look at the 5-year rates, if we look at the 7-year rates, they seem to be adjusting a little better. So use that as an indication of where we think they're going to go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty comfortable in where we're at today, and I think once everybody gets the same comfort level, Mark said, the supply's not there, which is very good for projects like ours in Fort Erie, where it's pushing the outside of the GTA, where people want to maybe something a little bit more affordable, where they can get in a little bit more economical, but the returns in terms of an investment are always going to be there.
For sure.
I think, sorry to interrupt, but
Don't do it again.
I won't talk politics here. Her
can talk politics if you want.
names, but the results of some of our recent elections is not going to necessarily increase the supply anytime soon,
Yeah.
right? So we all know what that's going to cause in the
Why? What's been
pre-construction market.
proposed?
Well, again, I'm not going to talk politics, but I don't foresee permitting speeding up anytime soon.
True.
Right? So it's just
Yeah.
going to lead us into more of what we've been dealing with, which is the lack of supply.
Yeah.
Right? Our provincial government has made some efforts to try to speed that process up, but you're still up against the municipalities.
Do you think this missing middle, like additional 4
You
units?
said you wanted to get controversial.
We can. Do you think that'll increase or help the case at all?
What's that? I didn't hear it.
This ability to add these extra units now, 4 units per house. This new missing middle thing.
Yeah, I think there's an education that needs to happen. I think that people need to take advantage. There's a lot of people in Toronto sitting here on properties that are way more valuable than what they are in the present state.
Yeah, for sure.
But
upside
again,
down.
you have to. You're expecting the layperson that just has a principal residence to take advantage of the value in their properties, and I don't know if people are going to run to that. And it's like I said, there's a lot of education that has to happen, and they need a lot of guidance. There are people that are taking advantage of it, but I think that's going to be a slow process.
Yeah, I agree with Mark. I think that's not the fix.
Yeah.
That gets us a little bit past the line that we're at today.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want an immediate fix, you need to get the people who do this for a living
Yeah.
to come forward and
Exactly.
do it. We can't rely on Mr. and Mrs. Jones to put a garden suite in their backyard when
Yeah.
they don't even want their kids over for dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I was looking at a chart Daniel Foch put out saying that we currently need close to 200,000 homes to be built to sustain the population growth of 500,000 people from last year, and the homes that were actually built were 71,000.
We need that happening every year. Like
You know?
right? If you look at Doug Ford's report last year that the provincial government put out, I think about March of last year, it called for it was a 1.5 million unit shortage for the next 5 years across the province. That is.
Yeah.
But we all know that's predominantly in the GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's a huge number of units.
Yeah.
That we have to, right? And like I said, we're just not building fast enough. We're not permitting fast enough.
For sure.
We're going to be dealing with this for a very long
Yeah,
time.
we are. It's not. I agree with that, and there's not going to be any quick fix anytime soon. And it's just everyone's sidelined right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just this psychology, and there's a slowdown just naturally because there's a massive chunk of demand just chilling
Correct.
on the side.
Yeah, it only makes things worse.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's just human nature. It's like the herd, Everyone people like to complain now and sit and not take advantage, and then as soon as their sister, brother, uncle, friends, aunts start buying, they feel like need to buy too, and for some reason they have to overpay.
Which is the exact opposite of the quote that I just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But same with pre-con. So if you guys are launching this project in 2021 or end of 2020 and end of 2020, there's a lineup. Like things aren't gonna sit around. People are gonna be fighting tooth and nail to get a unit with not the most attractive incentives,
Exactly.
right?
And now-
now we have
Exactly.
everything launching with incredible incentives. Some even cash back or maintenance fees paid off for like all these crazy incentives, and people are like hesitant.
Yeah.
So
I think, but knowing that your audience is, very realtor heavy as well, right? Like this is also an amazing time for realtors who haven't been in pre-construction,
Yeah.
have been focused on resale. This is a really amazing time for them to jump into pre-con.
For
right?
sure.
Because of the market and the way it is and some of those incentives that developers are issuing. For the last few, 5, 7, 10 years, a very select few have been able to get access to this. And now, in the present market, is really opening up. So if you want to look into getting in the pre-con world as a realtor, this is the time to do it.
Oh man, like me being 7 years in it now, I've been reached out to. A funny story I'll share quick. When I sold Iconica, Gupta project, back when I first started.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, it was apparently canceled. So, and I was so excited because I was a barber at the time, and I was just planting seeds every haircut. Like, it was, $300K, you get this, or 350, 2-bedroom, like crazy prices, all my Vaughn buddies. And I got 7 worksheets. And I just submitted to the online portal. And I was like, holy shit, I'm about to make X amount of dollars. This is crazy. Like, I just started in real estate. It's amazing. This is easy. Never got a call. Apparently the project was already sold out. You know, like, so I learned real quick the importance of like the relationships and platinum. And for any agent out there, if you're like complaining because you never got a unit
Should
2
have
years
bought
ago.
a lottery ticket the day you realized you didn't get a call.
Yeah, exactly. So like for any realtors out there who are still complaining that they couldn't get pre-con or lost hope, like now is the time to sit down, have conversations, reach out to people like you, inside sales teams, and even sell inventory, right?
For sure. I think there's a huge opportunity there for people that aren't in pre-con now that want to get into pre-con to focus on inventory, right?
Yes.
There's a tremendous amount of incentives there.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to build relationships.
Uh-huh.
You know, if Sebastian's holding X number of units in a project that he's launched 3 years ago, man, is Sebastian gonna like you if you come in and move those products?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you holding on to inventory right now? Like you have some
No,
projects?
right now we have just 1 unit in inventory.
So you're that good, eh?
Yeah, that's what happens.
He's that. Well, no, we're that.
That's what
good.
happens when you're
no,
good.
we're that good.
Okay, yeah. So that happens when you team up with guys like Mark.
Sebastian
Yeah.
makes it easy.
That's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, we're nearing the end of the episode here, but I'd love to, again, just highlight some opportunities people will have with Signature. Any other things that you want to highlight, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know Mark alluded to
Mike.
it earlier.
Great relationship, you know.
Yeah.
We're very close.
They just met, yeah.
We're very
you guys
close.
just met, yeah. He just hired you.
Just right now. So we have quite a bit coming up in our pipeline over the next few years. The most notable will be King City. We have a number of projects on Keele and on King Road on the mid-rise side that will be launching very shortly. We're going through the marketing work now. We have some low-rise stuff just north of Palgrave that we're doing, some stuff in Belleville. But our main focus right now is DiscovErie, and we're putting all our effort there because we believe it's this hidden gem in Ontario that people need to really explore and discover.
Yeah. What are some of the amenities like?
So yeah, absolutely. We didn't really touch on it.
No,
but,
go ahead.
So we have, aside from an incredible lobby, which you can see the renderings that we have, and we like to do our lobbies a little bit different than a typical condo lobby, where we want it to be a space where people can really enjoy. So we call it their front door. You know, when people walk into the lobby, it should be grand and elegant, and you should be able to meet people there and utilize that space as an amenity, not just a walkthrough.
For sure.
So we have that. We have on our 9th floor, we did a large rooftop terrace over 4,000 square feet with outdoor barbecue area, kind of party room attached to it, private dining room, that you can take full advantage of the view that we're really promoting here because it's something that's pretty spectacular. We have a gym. We have private workstations that if you are working from home or remotely, there is an area you don't have to be in your unit. You can get a little bit different space. And then on the main floor, we have a 2-lane bowling alley. So we call it the bowling alley wine room.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so people can go down there, enjoy a little bit of time, open a bottle of wine.
Was there a story behind that?
There is a story behind that.
Yeah.
So one of my partners who unfortunately passed in the fall, he owned the property first. And when we got involved, one of the things that he said, and it was contingent on the deal happening, was that he had this vision that there had to be a bowling alley in the project. So that's there for him.
That must have been a first with your partners.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, it'll be a great space. We're gonna pay tribute to him in that space as well, and it'll be utilized, I think.
I think
quite a bit.
people will be very surprised and pleasantly surprised when they see the design and architecture of this building. When you're looking at this, it looks like it should be on the Strip in Miami, right? It's a beautiful building, and I think it's going to be a great addition to Fort Erie. But one of the other things I want to say is that, you know, obviously we're close with Sebastion and Signature Communities, and Jeff has a long history of working with them. What I will say that, you know, agents and their clients can rest assured, the nice thing about Sebastion being the principal at Signature Communities, he's still very involved. Like when we launched Huntsville, Northern Lights, almost all the purchasers at one point or other had a chance to have interaction with Sebastion, answer questions, but he's very hands-on and you know, customer service.
That's
Yeah,
our
it's
business.
important. Yeah, it's important.
We're in the customer service business. And,
Yeah.
You know, building a home and building a condo is easy. Keeping people happy, that's what we take a lot of pride in.
Yeah, it's important. I think I've heard horror stories, right? I bought pre-con myself. It's nice to have that personal touch as a consumer, as a buyer, you know,
For sure.
absolutely.
versus just kind of like, thanks for all your deposits.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
good luck. Here's your PDI, whatever, you know.
Here's the keys. Good luck.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it's not the approach we
disaster.
take.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's good. That's the stuff that stands out, especially with the way things are headed. So that's amazing. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on to share it today.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
of
the time.
course.
Yeah.
If there's a best place to reach out to for Signature Communities if someone wants to inquire.
Our office, 905-695-0822, or just go on our website and
What's your cell phone number?
my cell phone. Mark, what's yours again? Mike? That's the best place. Call our office, check our website out. There's registration pages. It's all there.
Awesome. What's the website?
Signaturecommunities.ca.
Okay, so we'll throw that in our links. And Mr. Mark?
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Advisory Realty is on Instagram. Is probably the best, like everybody else, at BHHS Advisory.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen your sponsored ads lately. 'Cause they're all
Probably.
over my feed.
Oh, perfect.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Perfect. You're liking those, right?
I am.
Yeah, and you're watching them beginning to end?
Watching beginning to end.
Perfect. Thank
And
you.
then rewatching them.
Twice.
That's how much I like it. If you guys have seen my video with Cash Olavi where me to do a dance,
Did you see
it was
this?
in Mark's office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
He was like,
That
I was asked to get in the video, but I was like, no, I just came from the gym. I'm not getting on. And I left the office. But like, we found a way to put you in.
We edited him in.
so-
So that was his office, by the way, that we violated completely. So thank you
Thank you. You're
for
welcome.
that. But we'll throw all the information in the links, guys. Check out the DiscovErie, DiscovErie, DiscovErie.
Discovery.
It's great marketing. Out in August.
Yep.
So we'll throw whatever information we can, and then just stay in touch with these guys if you want more info, or hit me up. I'll help you out. Until
And
next time.
if I can interrupt, if you're an agent looking for access, then reach out to Matt, and Matt will be able to help you.
Yep, I will help you guys out with the access and any more information you guys need. So until then, you guys are awesome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your family members and your pet dog and your grandparents. And we'll see you on the next one.